It was the sweltering summer of '74. The oppressive heat draped over Boston like a suffocating blanket, tension simmering beneath its stifling grip. In the heart of Southie, Boston's Irish-American enclave, a woman named Mary Pat Fennessey was wrestling with her own personal heat wave. Debt collectors were breathing down her neck, their harsh words echoing through the claustrophobic alleyways of her neighborhood. Yet as the sun set one fateful night, Mary Pat's financial woes were suddenly dwarfed by a far more chilling reality. Her daughter, Jules, a vibrant teenager with a heart full of dreams, had vanished without a trace. The whispers of worry that had been quietly simmering in the background now erupted into a deafening roar. The city that Mary Pat had always called home seemed to turn against her, its familiar streets now a labyrinth of fear and uncertainty. But one night, the suffocating heat of the summer wasn't the only thing on her mind. Panic clawed at her heart as her world shattered. Her teenage daughter, Jules, had disappeared. The city started buzzing with whispered suspicions, and yet another tragedy struck. A young black man was found crushed under a subway train. A veil of secrets and deceit started to unfurl around Mary Pat. The tangled threads of these seemingly unrelated events began to weave a chilling tapestry of hidden truths. Mary Pat, a mother in despair, found herself at the epicenter of a storm that was brewing in the heart of Boston. The disappearance of her daughter, Jules, and the tragic demise of a young man under mysterious circumstances had stirred up a hornet's nest. The city, once a comforting home, now echoed with hushed whispers and veiled threats. As the days turned into weeks, Mary Pat refused to be swayed by the undercurrents of fear. She set out on a perilous journey, navigating the labyrinth of deception and corruption that lay hidden beneath the city's sun-baked facade. Each clue she unearthed, each secret she unraveled, drew her deeper into a world she had never known existed. A world where the lines between right and wrong, truth and lies were as blurred as the mirages dancing on the city's heat-soaked streets. Her quest for truth led her into the shadows of Boston's underbelly, where power and privilege ruled, and justice often came at a high price. Yet Mary Pat was undeterred. Her resolve, steeled by the love for her missing daughter and the memory of a life cut short too soon, pushed her forward. She was a woman on a mission, determined to expose the rot that was festering beneath the city's glamorous veneer. But the game she had stepped into was dangerous, the players ruthless. Every revelation brought her closer to the truth, but also closer to danger. The stakes were high, the risks even higher. But Mary Pat knew that turning back was not an option. She had to face the darkness, confront the monsters that lurked in the shadows. She had to fight, not just for herself, but for her daughter, for the young man who had lost his life, and for the city she called home. In the midst of chaos, blurred lines between loyalty and betrayal, Mary Pat's unwavering determination guided her into a deadly game, the stakes of which were higher than she could have ever imagined. With each step closer to the truth, the shadows of corruption and systemic racism loomed larger, every step haunted by her daughter's disappearance. Mary Pat's journey was not just a quest to find her missing child. It was a journey into the heart of darkness that lay hidden within the sun-drenched streets of Southie. As she delved deeper, the corruption she encountered was not just a few bad apples. It was a rot that had seeped into the very core of the city's institutions. It was a system designed to favor the privileged and grind down the disadvantaged. And it was this system that Mary Pat found herself pitted against. Her search for truth was not a straightforward path. It was a labyrinth, a maze of deceit and betrayal, where every turn seemed to lead to a dead end. But Mary Pat was not one to be deterred. She pushed forward, fueled by a mother's love and a burning desire for justice. Yet the systemic racism she encountered was an even more formidable obstacle. It was an invisible barrier, a wall that seemed insurmountable. It was a cruel reminder that not all citizens were treated equal, that justice was a luxury not everyone could afford. Despite these daunting challenges, Mary Pat refused to back down. She fought, not just for her daughter, but for all those who had been silenced, all those who had been denied justice. She fought against the system, against the corruption, against the racism. As the sizzling summer days morphed into cool twilight, the secrets of Southie teetered on the brink of revelation. Mary Pat stood at the crossroads of justice and vengeance, where the price of truth was astonishingly high. But she was ready to pay it, ready to risk everything for the truth, for justice, for her daughter. In the end, Mary Pat's story is not just a tale of a mother's love. It's a testament to the power of truth, the power to challenge the status quo, to shatter the walls of systemic corruption and racism. It's a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit, and a reminder that the fight for justice, no matter how hard, is a fight worth fighting. In a city seething with tensions, one woman's quest for redemption would test the boundaries of love, loyalty, and the unforgiving power within the heart of Boston's tumultuous history. Mary Pat, caught in a web of secrets, deceit, and systemic racism, navigated the perilous path to truth, every step haunted by her daughter's disappearance. The stakes? Astonishingly high. The price? Potentially everything. What would you do if you were in Mary Pat's shoes? Would you risk everything for the truth?